I'm going to show you guys how to install a fog light and a front lip for a '99 Civic. It's going to be a little more difficult on this one since this is an aftermarket bumper, aftermarket replacement that is. On the inside, well, I'll flip it over and give you guys a look here. So I apologize in advance. It is very dirty. I just came back on a road trip and decided to replace my bumper with this one. So this is the rear of the passenger side for the fog lights from factory. There should be a dotted line. There's an outer one and then an inner one. And for the fog lights, you just cut it out on the inside of these brackets down, and you follow the inside dotted line. Mine doesn't have that, so we just have to cut small amounts and hope that we don't go and ruin another bumper. But it's the other one on the rear. That's what it looks like all mounted up. Horrendous lighting, but try and get that sorted out. It's gonna take me a little bit, so post an update here when I make some progress. Alright, so fast forward a week or two, back on the bumper. So this is the one side on the back, all mounted up. I think I showed you that in the last one. The progress I did was I did a rough cut out here. Just went with a nice hot knife and did a rough cut on the outside here. You can use like a die grinder with a cutoff wheel, or a sawzall, or hacksaw blade, I don't know. Really anything, but I just do a rough cut first. Test fit it, make sure that the black housing fits. Which is right here. And you want to make sure it's not contacting it anywhere, and it'll sit nice and flush on the front of the bumper. Once I do that, I do mount it all up first. And I was going to install a mesh here in this opening. You can cut it flush, you can leave it flat, I guess, and then just kind of paint it black or something. Kind of save you some time cutting out on the back here. So once you get this far, you just want to make sure all your brackets mount up. More or less like this. So I did get the cheapest set from eBay, and this is about a year old, so we have mismatched hardware going on, but more or less you get the idea. And it'll sit up here. Just gotta do the two screws there, two screws here, one screw here. That's gonna be to hold your bezel on. Sorry, still getting over the sore throat. So that's how you mount it in there. Pretty straightforward. Like I said in the previous video or clip, that there are no dotted lines here, so I just had to keep cutting small amounts and guessing. This one I pretty much nailed right off the bat. So those are the fog lights done. Plan is to paint this grill black, and the next step is the front lip, which is somewhere. Gonna find a front lip, and I'll show you guys how to do that. Looks horrendous. Look, oh, if you're doing this, don't leave it like that. Clean up your cuts. That's kind of funny, but oh god, is that painful to look at. Okay, one sec. Okay, so front lip, super easy. Again, I never got any instructions with this, and I'm brand new to Hondas, but I found it's easiest to do this while the bumper is on the car. It'll kind of hold its shape. I forget what style front lip this is. Again, like $40 eBay part. When it is on the car, you can kind of rest it on the bumper, and it'll more or less hold its shape. Oh my god, I am falling apart. Easy, easy. So once you get sitting in here, it'll actually sit in a groove pretty good here and hold its shape. And you just pull it tight, and on either side, you just throw some self-tappers in here is what I do. It should come with brackets where it'll mount from the bottom of the lip to the bumper. This didn't come with those, so I just threw some cable ties up through the holes here on my first bumper. This one I'm going to do a little better and actually build some brackets, just a quick Z style. And basically when you're doing this, just make sure it's tight, sitting flush. They do sit pretty good here in these grooves, following the bumper body line. And usually I do 3 screws on each end. cable tie or two in the middle, I guess, if you really need it, or those Z brackets. And that's how you throw a front bumper together. This looks hideous, but once again, put a little time and effort into your cuts, clean them up, take some pride in your work, and this should come out pretty nice. So, once you get your fog lights installed on the front bumper there, your wiring is going to be tucked behind the grill in here, and then I do have the wire coming up through the top, and this is going to start running towards the cab of the vehicle. For your ground, nice and easy, just throw it with this chassis ground as well. You can see the loom runs down into there to this brown plug. That's going to go to your factory harness, so you plug it in there, and then that will run it inside for you. There are going to be 2 spots to plug in plugs. Yeah, good English. This is the new fog light switch. You just pop the panel off, push out the spare cover, insert this. That's how you work your fog lights. Underneath, it's super hard to see. Once you climb underneath and you get your wires set up here, you're going to be looking for those 2 brown plugs. Can't point with the red wires coming out. You will either have blank spots or just dummy plugs in there. Pop those out, stick these 2 in, and you are good to go. These are kind of finicky to get in. You got to push pretty hard. That's it. It's pretty straightforward, nice and easy install fog lights. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I can post up more videos if you guys are unclear, but it's super easy to do. So, thank you guys for watching.